So we can use parallax to work out how far away stars are, and basically just the same as we see that movement of our finger against the background when we hold it out like this and look at it and close one eye and then the other, we can also see a difference in the location of stars against the background stars that are further away when we look at them at one time of year and then 6 months later. So you'll see there's a diagram on this page, on this slide, and down the bottom there's the sun, and you can see in blue that there's the arc of the Earth actually rotating around it. So what we're seeing there is the Earth in July and the Earth in January, and saying when you're looking at that star in the distance and you can see it at that intersection point, in January it's going to look like it's further to the left, and in July it's going to look like it's further to the right. And when you graph that and you draw that up, and then you basically work out that little angle from the sun up to the nearby star, to the star you're looking at, to where those points intersect, that's where the star will be, back down to where Earth is, to your observation point, then you'll get that little tiny angle called P. And that's what we use to calculate the distance. So basically that little angle, it's so tiny because these things are so far away that we measure it in arc seconds. And 1 arc second is a 60th of a second, which is a 60th of a degree. So we're thinking about an entire circle being 360 degrees. We divide the circle up into 360 of those. So 1/360th of a circle is 1 degree. And then when we divide that into 60, we get a second. And then we divide that into 60 again, we get an arc second. So it's a very, very tiny angle. And basically, we use that word arc second, and the arc from it, and par from parallax to make this unit of measurement called parsec. So yeah, so it's like an arc second for parallax. That's where the P comes from. Okay, so a star with a parallax of 1 arc second, so it's one of those tiny, tiny little measurements. We say that it's exactly 1 parsec from Earth. And if you want to think about that in terms of other units, 1 parsec is about 3.3 light years. So it's a big measurement. It's a big unit of measurement. We use it for things that are very far away. So it's very useful for that. And we then use things like megaparsecs to talk about distances to like really, really like far away stars. And that would be a big M with a PC. And so we have to remember that mega is like to the 6th. So it's just, yeah, it's the same as any other unit of measurement. Other ways that we talk about measurement with stars are, obviously we talked about light years already. And the other one we've discussed before, but just to remind you, is astronomical units. And that's a really good unit when you're talking about objects that are in our solar system, because it's basically just the average distance between the sun and the Earth. And so it's 1 astronomical unit. And then you can say, well, that object's like twice as far away as we are from the sun. That would be 2 astronomical units. So I've given you a table there to show you how many parsecs are in 1 astronomical unit or 1 light year, just as a comparison. So you can see that it's a number, these parsecs, it's a number that we use, a unit that we use, which actually is really useful for really, really big numbers. And there's a really cool video there that you can watch for more information from someone who knows how to explain it really well.